There's a good chance that these are Nathan White's dentures. It's over here by the corner of where he got wirelessly murdered and walked in front of the train. He was one of my Hope Home residents, and we talked openly about artificial intelligence being streamed onto, into, and through the magnetized vaccine metals in our body. But before he was being died, or before he was wirelessly murdered as part of wireless brain neuron research, and his body walked in front of the train, he was 100% being harassed by the COINTELPRO'D operatives who were stealing his medicine, breaking into his tent, which would have been his house, burning his clothes, whatever the fuck, or stealing his clothes, throwing them on the road like they do that. They will, even when they stole my backpack, a bunch of gray sweatpants, hoodies, and 3 purple toboggans, along with 2 weeks of my prescription of Suboxone back in, I think it was October, November 2024. And that's whenever I was doing, standing on Oak Street handing out flyers, set in my gray sweats. Top and bottom were in the road, like on the edge of the road, and I was like, I'm not picking that up. But they were doing the same thing to Nathan, taking his stuff and laying his clothes out where he walked to, and to fuck with them. But not just that, he said someone was wearing some of his clothes one day, and I 100% believe that, because the COINTELPRO'D operatives here trying to create violent events, mass shootings, all that, they do that. They steal your clothes, wear them, and then, you know, there's so many of that outfit made, even though you know it's yours, and you say, that's mine, they'll say, no, I bought it at the store, got it from Google. Either way, bought it, but knowing it's yours. But he was 100% his stuff being stolen, like he said. We were standing in front of Burger King talking one day on Oak Street, and pretty sure it was the Karen Fupa, female Dicky-Doo Karen, that's in the sleeper cell, communist sleeper cell. Says she represents targeted justice, but I'm not for sure, but that's who she said she represents. Was screaming at him, he's a schizophrenic. Look at this schizophrenic. There's schizophrenics. And but he was telling me about what was going on with them, and about being robbed and all that stuff. But it's just part of, there's a lot going on the street as far as these communist group sleeper cell, this domestic terrorist communist sleeper cell, corporate back, using their foot soldiers to harass people that are on the street. And then they run a heavy slander campaign. They'll tell you whatever, and just hope you don't look into any of it and repeat what they're telling you, but to put pressure on people on the street. And there is a bunch of people on the street who are Havana syndrome form vaccine injured, highly talented, from master electricians, licensed mechanics. I mean, a workforce of people on the street trying to get jobs. And then they got this communist group members running around slandering their name, running into places, telling them whatever to try to not let them get a job, the ones that are trying to get a job. And same thing was being done to Nathan White, 100%. And most people don't think about COINTELPRO'D, and most law enforcement officers aren't trained on COINTELPRO'D, and to think, oh, this is a communist group member telling me a bunch of bullshit to try to make it look like we're helping them succeed in their objectives. But what I was trying not to get pulled off of is there's a really good chance those are his dentures, because his dentures got stolen, I think twice. He had to get a new pair, but for sure they were stolen whenever, right before he got his body was walked in front of a train, because he was 100% sedated with EMF and being pulled down the religious fanatic storyline. And I know that because I talked to him the day before he got wirelessly murdered by the corporate AI customer researcher who walked his body in front of that train.